Hello, professional property managers. Andrew Smallwood here, and I've got CEO and co-founder of Second Nature, Thad Tarkington, with me today to really share three things with you. One is the heart behind this. Two is what is the triple win exactly? And three, what you can expect from the episodes to come. So Thad, I'm just stoked to be here with you today, my man. Pumped about this.
Absolutely. No, this is going to be a ton of fun. I look forward to what we're going to do here and the value I think we can bring. And so, talking about what we'll share today, this is our introductory episode. So really just wanted to tee you up what to expect. And actually, I think the best way for us to start, Andrew, would be, do you want to share our manifesto? And really what's the heart behind, what we're doing here?
Absolutely. Let's do it. So here's what we passionately believe. Things have changed in property management. Expectations are higher than ever. And because of rapid advancements in technology, the rise of social media, and how much information we are bombarded with today, the stakes have been raised, and it is not slowing down. There is a new discipline for winning in this business. And that discipline is creating and delivering the best experience, because the old functions of property management are being commoditized. And as competition has increased from multiple directions, it has become harder to differentiate and stand out. People care about their rental experience and results more than ever. Some people don't know how, some don't want to do the work to create the best experience, but they all want the result. So we believe property managers who deliver the number one experience will build trust, will emotionally connect, will stand out in the market, and will have a relationship and expertise moat against competitors. And the experience people want today is convenience, not just reacting to needs and issues, anticipating, proactively and generously delivering right on time. From a lease or checklist saying what should happen to experiencing what done feels like. Where done happens so naturally, it's second nature. Amazon, Uber, Google, and more have been conditioning society to the point where convenience isn't a luxury anymore. It's an expectation. And they haven't sacrificed on quality or price to do it. But that is really hard to do. It is really hard to vet the right tools, process, and partners. Switching or rolling out is as fun as a root canal. And there are too many trade-offs, long learning curves, and it's just hard to wait years for ROI. So it's easy to feel stuck on the treadmill of the day-to-day in this business, or at best do 1 to 2 major changes per year. That's not enough to keep up with rising expectations, and it's only been enough to keep from giving up. Some have. Every day, more industry leaders are saying the transactional game of yesterday won't be the one that lasts. And instead are asking questions like, how can we make the investment experience so good, owners never want to sell? How can we make the resident experience so good, renters never want to leave? And how can we make the management experience so good, we're in this business forever? That's why the triple win was born. So you can deliver experiences you're proud of and become the property manager that people love. So Thad, with that, I'd love to pass it back to you and talk more about what is the triple win specifically. Put a little more detail and color on that for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And Andrew, thank you so much for sharing that. And I think if that's something that inspires you or, really you can get passionate about, we look forward to doing this journey together. And so, what is the triple win? Most importantly, it's simply a lens on how to view decision-making, your operations, and really how you run your business as a whole. And so, who are the three parties in the triple win? It's the resident, it's the owner, and you as the property manager. And so, an example would be, as you're looking at whether it's a new tool, whether it's a software, a process, a product, the way you hire people, who you hire, anything that would impact your business, it's taking that lens and say, how does this impact the resident? How does what I'm doing impact the owner? And how is it going to impact myself, my team, et cetera? And so we believe that by looking at all parties, things that you do, sometimes it's changing what you're doing. Sometimes it's altering slightly or really making sure the way you implement this, hits all parties and make sure they all improve, get a better experience. And we believe that the industry leaders who are going to create the future, what happens in the next decade, are really going to be leveraging and creating better experiences for all parties there. And so that's really what the triple win is. It's a lens to view the industry and your business. So.
I think that's great and really helpful. My next question would be, what can people expect, as they're clicking and pressing play on these episodes? What should they expect to find?
Yeah. So, it goes without saying, we want to create value here and really, build this industry together. And we think the best way we can do that through this is bringing in industry experts who can share a lot about what's happening in the day-to-day, some specifics, maybe even dive into the weeds in some areas that would be helpful to your business. The next would be bringing in global business leaders, operators who have experience in other areas, and hopefully we can bring that outside perspective, things that are happening in other industries that may actually apply to the property management industry, but may not be as intuitive. And then lastly, we'll be bringing our experiences working with thousands of different property management companies, up. What are we seeing, best practices? And ultimately, when we're doing this, it's really sharing stories of inspiration. It's sharing stories of innovation, and how do we create transformation for your business in doing that? So, but that's really kind of what we're looking at.
So that's great on what type of content people would get. Thad, who is this for? Who is this podcast for?
Yeah, so this is for the professional property manager. And, Andrew, what I'd say we really believe is that the future belongs to the professional property managers that are creating the best experiences. And we're pushing our chips all in on this. We're all in, and we're betting on you as a professional property manager.
That's great. So why don't we wrap with this? Just a little bit of housekeeping, keep this episode short. If you want to find resources, articles, we've got a private Facebook group just for professional property managers where conversation is happening all the time, collaboration, great conversation and connections are being made there. You can find links to that all on our website, as well as a number of other resources, rbp.secondnature.com. Again, that's rbp.secondnature.com to find all the resources and everything else. And if you were to do one more thing before moving on to your next podcast or the rest of your day, it would be this. It would be better for us and easier for you if in Apple or in iTunes or Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast, if you hit subscribe so that this shows up in your feed, you'll be able to see when we release new episodes and pick the ones that are relevant to you. And we hope to see you many, many times in the months to come. So we're totally stoked to be doing this. And Thad, thanks for joining us today to get things kicked off.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody, take care.